Australia, a land known for beaches, kangaroos, and the outback. But beyond the famous spots lies a secret world. A world of untouched islands, ancient gorges, glowing lakes, and places so peaceful, most travelers never find them. Today, we uncover 10 hidden gems in Australia. Places that feel magical, mysterious, and unforgettable. Hidden in the Tasman Sea, far from the noise of mainland Australia, lies one of the most pristine and protected islands on Earth, Lord Howe Island. Only 400 visitors are allowed here at any given time. And the moment you arrive, you understand why. This isn't just a travel destination, it's a living sanctuary. The island rises from the ocean like a lost paradise, framed by turquoise lagoons, powder-soft beaches, and towering emerald mountains. The air feels cleaner, the light feels softer, and every sound from the waves to the birds feels like nature's quiet welcome. Walk along the beaches and you'll see water so clear you can count the fish swimming beneath you. Coral reefs wrap around the island, sheltering countless marine species found nowhere else in the world. Snorkeling here feels like entering a different universe, colorful, alive, untouched. Look up, and rare birds glide through the sky. Lord Howe Island is an ecological treasure, home to species that have evolved in isolation. Many of them are unafraid of humans, offering a rare chance to see wildlife up close, naturally and peacefully. And then there's Mount Gower, one of Australia's best day hikes. A challenging climb, yes, but at the summit, the reward is breathtaking. Clouds drifting over rainforest-covered ridges, the island stretching out beneath you, and the endless blue ocean meeting the sky in silence. What makes Lord Howe truly special is the feeling it gives you. A feeling that time has slowed down, that the world has paused, that for a moment, life is simple, beautiful, and completely untouched. No crowds, no chaos. Just nature, raw, pure, and perfect. Lord Howe Island is not just a hidden gem. It's one of the last places on Earth where paradise still feels real. Hidden in the quiet outskirts near Esperance, far from the well-trodden tourist paths, lies a natural wonder so surreal that it almost looks artificial. This is the Blue Lake, a place where the water shines with an electric neon brilliance that feels impossible, until you see it with your own eyes. There are no filters involved, no camera tricks, just nature performing one of its most extraordinary displays. The lake's intense, glowing blue comes from a rare combination of minerals, sunlight, and pure geological chemistry. When the sun hits the water at the right angle, the entire lake lights up like a gemstone, bright, bold, and unbelievably vivid. As you approach, the first thing you notice is the contrast. Surrounded by rugged landscapes, muted earth tones, and quiet bushland, the lake appears like a portal to another world. Its water is so clear, so pure, and so intensely colored that it feels almost supernatural. Stand at the edge, and you'll see the water shifting shades from deep sapphire to radiant turquoise, depending on the time of day. Early morning brings a soft, glowing light. Afternoon turns the lake into a mirror of brilliant blue. And when the sun dips low, the water darkens into a deep, mysterious pool that looks ancient and untouched. The Blue Lake is quiet, calm, almost sacred in its stillness. There are no crowds, no noise, no distractions. Just wind, sky, and this impossible burst of color in the heart of Western Australia. It's the kind of place that reminds you that even in a world filled with technology and artificial beauty, nature still creates sights more breathtaking than anything imagined. The Blue Lake isn't just a hidden gem. It's one of Australia's most surreal, unforgettable natural wonders, a glowing secret waiting in the wild landscapes of the West. Along the far edge of the Great Australian Bight, where the land suddenly stops and the ocean begins its endless roar, rises one of the most breathtaking and forgotten wonders on Earth, the Bunda Cliffs. Stretching for more than 100 kilometers, these cliffs form the longest uninterrupted sea cliff line in the world. But when you stand there, it feels even bigger. It feels like the edge of the planet itself. The cliffs rise straight from the Southern Ocean, towering walls of ancient limestone carved by millions of years of waves, wind, and time. Some sections reach over 100 meters high, creating a vertical drop so sudden and dramatic that your breath catches the moment you look over. The ocean below is wild, restless, and powerful. Waves crash against the cliffs with a force that echoes for miles, sending mist swirling into the air. Seabirds circle above, gliding effortlessly on the fierce coastal winds. And as you stand there, you realize how small you truly are, a single figure on an ancient, crumbling edge. The colors shift throughout the day. At sunrise, the cliffs glow a soft orange. At midday, they shine bright white under the blazing southern sun. And by sunset, they turn deep gold and violet as shadows stretch across the ocean's surface. But what makes the Bunda Cliffs truly magical is their silence. There are no crowds here, no tour buses, no noise except wind and water. Just raw nature, untouched and overwhelming. It's a place of reflection. A place that humbles you. A place where the world feels ancient, powerful, and infinite. The Bunda Cliffs aren't just a hidden gem. They are one of Australia's grandest natural monuments, standing quietly at the edge of the continent, waiting for those willing to travel far enough to witness their beauty. On the remote coastline of Western Australia, where red desert meets the glowing Indian Ocean, lies a place of astonishing contrast and untouched beauty. Cape Range National Park. Here, two worlds collide, the rugged, ancient landscape of Australia's interior, and the calm, turquoise waters of one of the most pristine reefs on Earth. As you enter Cape Range, the first thing you notice is the color. The land burns with deep reds and ochres, shaped by millions of years of wind and time. Rocky ridges stretch across the horizon, carved with narrow canyons and hidden gorges. The terrain feels raw, powerful, and untouched, as if you've stepped into Australia's ancient past. Then, just a short distance away, everything changes. The red earth fades into white sand, and the Indian Ocean reveals its crystal blue waters. This is Ningaloo Reef, the heart of the region, and one of the world's last remaining intact fringing reefs. Unlike the crowded Great Barrier Reef, Ningaloo is peaceful, quiet, and astonishingly alive. Slip into the water, and you're immediately surrounded by life, turtles gliding like ancient guardians, manta rays drifting like underwater angels, and schools of colorful fish weaving through coral gardens untouched by mass tourism. During the season, even the gentle giants of the sea, whale sharks, visit these waters. Back on land, Cape Range unfolds like a hidden world. Canyons such as Yardie Creek and Charles Knife cut deep into the earth, creating dramatic cliffs with views that stretch endlessly across the park. Walk their trails, and you'll find silence, the kind that fills your ears and calms your mind. Wild emus roam freely. Red kangaroos move quietly across the plains. And at dusk, the entire landscape glows as the sun sets over the ocean, painting the sky with orange, pink, and violet. Cape Range National Park is a rare kind of treasure, a place where land and sea meet in perfect balance, where adventure feels raw and pure, and where nature reveals one of its most powerful contrasts. It's not just a hidden gem. It's one of the most extraordinary landscapes in Australia, waiting for those willing to journey off the beaten path. Far out in the Pacific Ocean, isolated between Australia and New Zealand, lies a small island that feels beautifully lost in time, Norfolk Island. This is not a typical tourist stop. There are no high-rise hotels, no noisy crowds, and no rush. Instead, Norfolk welcomes you with a quiet charm, a place where history, nature, and community blend into something truly special. As you arrive, the first thing you notice are the Norfolk pines, tall, elegant trees that stand like guardians along the coastline. Their silhouettes frame the island's rolling green hills, hidden coves, and rugged cliffs. It's a landscape that feels both ancient and peaceful. The island's waters are clear and bright, shifting from turquoise to deep blue as waves crash against volcanic rock. Small beaches lie tucked between cliffs, untouched and silent except for the rhythm of the ocean. On some days, you might walk for hours without seeing another person, just seabirds gliding overhead, carried by warm Pacific winds. But Norfolk Island is more than natural beauty. It holds a history unlike anywhere else. The ruins of the Kingston Convict Site, a UNESCO World Heritage location, stand as reminders of the island's complex past. Stone walls, old barracks, and abandoned structures that whisper stories of hardship, resilience, and survival. Walking through them feels like stepping into the pages of a forgotten chapter in Australia's history. Yet the island is far from gloomy. Norfolk's people are known for their warmth, humor, and sense of community. They speak a unique dialect, a blend of Old English and Polynesian known as Norfolk language, passed down from generations of settlers and Pitcairn Islanders. It's a culture preserved with pride and shared with anyone curious enough to learn. Life here moves slowly. Days are spent exploring quiet walking trails, watching sunsets that turn the sky into gold, and listening to the calm hum of the ocean. Nights reveal skies full of stars, untouched by light pollution, bright enough to take your breath away. Norfolk Island isn't just a destination. It's an experience of peace, history, and raw natural beauty. A hidden gem that reminds you how simple and beautiful life can be when the world slows down. Deep in the tropical rainforests of far north Queensland lies one of Australia's most magical and unexpected treasures, Perenella Park, a place where nature, history, and dreams intertwine, and where a Spanish fairy tale comes to life in the Australian jungle. Perenella Park wasn't built by a government, a company, or a wealthy developer. It was built by one man, José Perenella, a Spanish immigrant with nothing but ambition, determination, and a vision to create something extraordinary. In the Ejo Senling S, José carved out more than just buildings. He carved out a masterpiece. As you enter the park, the first thing you see is the iconic castle, now moss-covered, weathered, and taken over by nature. Once a grand entertainment venue, today it stands as a hauntingly beautiful ruin. With vines wrapping around the walls and sunlight streaming through open windows, it feels like stepping into a forgotten kingdom. Water flows everywhere here. The South Johnstone River rushes past the park, and at its center lies the stunning Mena Creek Falls, cascading powerfully into the pool below. José built pathways, bridges, staircases, and even Queensland's first hydroelectric generator, all powered by the waterfall's energy. Walk the forest trails, and you'll find secret tunnels, romantic grottos, and peaceful picnic spots hidden beneath giant trees. Perenella Park feels alive, not just with tourists, but with nature reclaiming every corner in the most beautiful way. But the true magic appears at night. When the park lights up for the evening experience, the castle glows softly through the trees. The waterfalls shimmer under gentle illumination, and the entire rainforest transforms into an enchanting wonderland. Every sound, the rustling leaves, the flowing water, the distant echo of wildlife, becomes part of the story. This place isn't just a tourist attraction, it's a love story. It's a dream brought to life by a man who believed in beauty, creativity, and imagination. a dream that continues long after he's gone. Paranella Park is more than a hidden gem. It's a living fairy tale, lost in the rainforest, where history and nature embrace, and where every visitor becomes part of the magic. In the heart of Western Australia's remote Pilbara region lies a landscape so ancient, so rugged, and so breathtakingly raw that it feels like stepping back millions of years in time. This is Karijini National Park, one of Australia's most dramatic and underrated natural masterpieces. Karijini is a world carved by time itself. Its deep gorges, twisting canyons, and layered rock walls tell a geological story that spans more than 2.5 billion years. Here, the Earth reveals its history in bold red cliffs and sharp iron formations, a natural cathedral, built by the planet long before humans existed. As you walk through the park, the ground beneath your feet changes color, shifting from dusty orange to deep rust red. The landscape is harsh yet beautiful, shaped by extremes of heat, erosion, and time. But hidden within this rugged terrain lies something unexpected. Cool, crystal-clear pools tucked between towering canyon walls. These oasis-like waterholes, places like Hammersley Gorge, Wino Gorge, and the famous Fern Pool, are some of the most magical swimming spots in Australia. The water glows a deep, refreshing emerald, contrasting sharply with the blazing reds of the rock around it. Descending into a Karijini Gorge feels like entering another world. Narrow pathways twist through rock formations. Sunbeams slice through the cracks above. Walls rise straight up on both sides, smooth like polished glass from millions of years of flowing water. Every step reveals a new angle, a new color, a new sound echoing through the canyon. Wildlife thrives in this harsh landscape, from red kangaroos and rock wallabies to rare birds soaring high above the cliffs. At night, the sky is breathtaking. With almost no light pollution, the Milky Way stretches across the darkness in bright, brilliant swirls. Karijini is a place of extremes. Extreme beauty, extreme wilderness. Extreme peace. Here, you don't just see nature, you feel it. Its age, its power, its silence. Karijini National Park isn't just a hidden gem. It is one of the last truly wild places in Australia. An ancient, untouched world waiting for those willing to venture deep into the Pilbara. Just a short drive from the bustling city of Melbourne lies a world of green, mist, and ancient calm, the Yarra Ranges rainforest. Here, nature feels alive, timeless, and utterly enchanting. The moment you enter the forest, the air changes. It becomes cooler, fresher, and heavier, with the scent of damp earth, moss, and wet leaves. Sunlight filters softly through the towering mountain ash trees, casting dappled patterns on the forest floor. Some of these trees reach heights of over 90 meters, stretching toward the sky like green spires of a natural cathedral. Walking through the Yarra Ranges feels like stepping into another world. Ferns, the size of umbrellas, carpet the ground. Streams trickle gently over rocks, and fallen logs are blanketed in moss and mushrooms. Every step carries the whisper of nature, the rustle of leaves, the distant call of birds, and the soft hum of insects moving through the undergrowth. Hidden trails lead to secret waterfalls, serene creeks, and panoramic lookouts that reveal the endless layers of the forest. In the early morning, mist drifts among the trees, softening the landscape into a dreamlike scene. It's a place that makes you slow down, breathe deeply, and simply exist. Wildlife thrives here, often unseen but always present. Lyrebirds, parrots, and wallabies move quietly through the undergrowth, while small marsupials peek curiously from the shadows. The forest feels like a living, breathing organism, delicate, powerful, and enduring. The Yarra Ranges rainforest is more than just a scenic escape. It is a sanctuary, a refuge from the hectic pace of city life. It is a reminder of the beauty, resilience, and timelessness of nature, a hidden gem that few take the time to truly appreciate. Here, you can wander for hours, lost in the green embrace of the forest, and emerge feeling renewed, humbled, and connected to something larger than yourself. The Yarra Ranges rainforest isn't just a destination. It's a journey into peace, wonder, and the profound beauty of Victoria's ancient wilderness.